I just love this tune. It's very inspiring. Love you, Paul. Yeah, great job. This is us, folks. This is what we're up against. We're up against the let. And Paul actually, he felt the pulse of the whole world. For him to hack it to the in your face of the Melbourne mob, New South Wales, as we faced some tough times and we had to hold the line. And my man Paul over here absolutely came through. And I'd like everybody to give him the due credit for what he gave us when he did this wonderful song at a great risk to his personal safety, singing stuff like this at a time when so many people were getting jailed and other people were running away. My man Paul stood. He not only held the line, he advanced it. Big love, my friend. I hope you don't mind me staying strong, because you advanced the line. And it's time we draw a line in the sand, like those lines in the sand behind Paul over here. You'll see it right here, as an example. We got to draw the lines in the sand how we want them. We can't let the winds of change just willy-nilly blow around. As a fist together, we can do this. I love you, Paul. You're a great guy. And I hope everybody gives him some big love. Don't forget to give him a like and a subscribe. I never even tell you to do that to my own channel. Right? Yes, I have one. Find out about it yourself. I usually post a video in comments. So, right, I'm going to get right to the boomers and the plumers, as the title of this video went. We've drawn a line. If they step over the line, it's find out time. Alright, now I'm going to show you to fuck around. They're fucking around with your weather. They're fucking around with the toxicity of your air. I hear it absolutely stinks. Some of the deployments of the chem coming off the coast that inundated the coastlines of upper Queensland here. Yeah. The upper quilt. The ass cloud. Like, everybody's saying it stinks. Air absolutely stinks. Some say fishy, some say oily. And it's telling me that different mixes falling out. Different things are needed in the test tube, Boom, slang, skin, lace wing, fly. Here's some Veritas, Project Veritas syrup going on. Ooh, have you made the connection yet? Right. Ooh. Boom, 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 boom went the plumes off the Cosacans. The cairns. Matter. My gosh, would you look at the gilt off the coast here? It's almost swastikalian, isn't it? The question is what gender sign is that one going to be? Is it a we she? Is it going to be a we through? Is that what we're going to call our urinators? It's your urinator, right? Factory hole. My God, look at what they did in your sky. Some people even said it smelled like wee. I've seen an incredible amount of what looks like algae on street signs and stuff around as I've been traveling. So I showed an example of washing it off. And it sure is mighty green. And people be coughing up a lot of green things after working in the forest. I'm wondering if suddenly you're getting algae in your lungs. Because you got the perfect growing conditions in there for it. There's perfect growing conditions for something. It has a tendency to grow. Oh my. Look at the bombs. So many bombs going off, so little time. And I'm going to take the time now to point out a few. I'm going to try to bring this in under 20 minutes. How many directions of the wind you got going here, right? I'll go a little faster. This goes this way, that goes that way. Would you say it's been a bomb? Bam! Something came across, something deployed. Bam! It goes across the top. This is geoengineering in an obvious way. This is the man-made tomfoolery clone that's going on out here, raging on the islands. And let's see, that looks like Cassiopeia. Yeah, they'll almost purposely placed to look like star formation there, but that's none of my business. Yeah, they look like Big Bird has too. I'll get into these islands on my Imaginarium sometime. But right now, it's no imagination to see that these chemplumes are not round cells blowing up. Like as you look in here, look at the tendril. It's almost like one of the things you could write a caption on. And it would say, help me. And it would be coming from the animals under here that want some sunlight. And they're dying because they can't photosynthesize properly. Because somebody decided stealing sunlight is a very good thing. I don't think it's a good thing for plant life. It should be ceasing immediately, such thought. And deploying acids, which kills plant life, is a very bad thing for plant life. But not for mold spores and other type things that could cause the dissing of the E's in various malaises around the world. Hey, we're all mayonnaised and malaised all up there, hey? The incredible edible egg. Boy, I bet the price of Hellman's went up. Ooh, ooh, he said a name. Will you go to hell if you say Hellman's 5 times or 3 times in a row? He's smacked with the wooden spoon full of mayonnaise. Don't you eyeball me. Don't you give me that eyeball. Illuminatinaise. Look at this crap blowing up out here. Right in the middle of nowhere. Straight line, straight line, straight line. Straight line, straight line, straight line. You show me a round supersol out here. You show me a spinning circulation pattern out here. Other than the small bombs going around. Across your entire nation. It's a complumination of absolute destruction. From this coast tip here to this coast all the way here. From one chemtrail to another. You have not have one piece of untoxified sky in the north. You have bombs going off here. Look at a cluster of 3 here over near Conolingus and Timber Creek. Timber! Here's some freedom. The daily waters continue to be bombed down the top of you here. Look. Oh, that don't look too healthy. It's going to take a second to adjust. How about a chemtrail? Want another one? Here, the V. What, you got just a little comet there? With a coma? Streamer in F? Well, sunrise going from that direction. Should do it that way. But what about these 3 bombs here? Bomb, 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 bombed again. Took away your son, my son. Oh, no! Oh, no! The poor little plankton can't get his tan. There's no krill. Getting delighted with the things it likes. Maybe they're vegetarian, you know. They're out there just eating the photosynthesizers. Maybe some things feed off the bioluminescence of things itself. We don't try to understand enough life forms. We think everything should be like us and to bend to the will of human beings. Being less than humane. Come on, let's be excellent human. Put the E-N-E in. Be humane beings. Just like so many other humane beings out here being humane. Till we spray the seawater up in the sky and they get a chance to get in our noses. How are they reacting toward us? It's not too good, I don't think. Look at this boom and pluming out here. Right? He's making a house. You get a spider web out there. Oh, that would be Shelob's lair. For any Tolkien fans there. If you ain't Tolkien fan, what the fuck is wrong with you? Did you lose your imagination? Did somebody beat it out of you as a kid? Well, they should have beat the truth into you. Like they did to me. We're to a fault. They have to show you this stuff. It is horrible. Horrible to have to show. I'd rather be smoking a cone and Cohen over there than show you what looks like H.R. Puffin stuff all in your skies. Chem bombing it up. Out over the Great Barrier Reef. The zipper one that looks like that military one, you know, where it deploys over to this side. Various payloads of that somebody gets paid to load. Somebody's getting loaded for pay too. It ain't you. Because when you get sick, you're going to run for the tablets. You're going to run for the Kleenex. You're going to run for the stuff for your pharmaceuticals type of things. Sold to by a guy called Testicles. Yeah, follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the gold brick road. And the golden handshakes decide it all. So what job did your prime manager get after she left New Zealand? Has she took the new job yet? Is it a farmy job? What board is she going to go sit on? Somebody's walking the plank much? That's the only board I could see somebody needing to sit on. Sit on this one here, the Duncan stool. This is where the scolds go. I know, good old Duncan stool. You know, those laws still exist. If somebody was scolding you, belittling you and bullying you during COVID, you could seek scolding as a punishment. You can put them on a stool and bring it through town, and people get to actually throw vegetables and things at them. So you should bring a thing basket with you. Catch the good ones. Yeah, don't look like Cassiopeia. Yeah, I'm gonna have another look at that. I noticed some islands look like star formations, and we think we're so big. Hey, how about Turkey turning down the NATO deal and then getting the earthquake? Kind of destroyed the Russian pipeline. That's a direct attack. And I did see EMF, and I'm calling it. And because they say they'll probably never be allowed in Turkey again, they man-made earthquake. The United States, NATO countries have used geoengineering to attack a peaceful country that wasn't bothering anybody. That people I loved lived in, that I imagine are now dead. Yeah. Some people do have a habit of visiting that side of the country because they got family there. And since I have no communication, I'm kind of in a little bit of a mourning right now. So please respect that. See the chem bombs here going over here. Kawana Yana Mana Wana Bing Bang Bong, and over here using Rosie Palmerville over there. You get hair in your palms. Look at this shit in the sky. Oh, in a big old circle. Plume, 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 plume. Flower of death formation there is shot into another one underneath it. How many fireworks does it take to get to the center of people's fucking skulls? Should we ask the wise old owl? Should we believe anything the Moloch had to say to you? A 100, a tahoo, a disease. Disease. Chem bombing. Chem bombing the Carpinteria area with the Pluminazis where they got some incredible totals are going to be coming. What am I looking at here? Who is this under my knife, says the butcher? What I'm looking there is close to landfall time of the storm that's going to impact New Zealand. Consider this your luck. Here she comes. Here she comes. Very low pressure. A very Damianic number. 360s up jumps the devil, man. They started screaming, damn, we seen demons. You hear that kind of shit going on in other shows. Remember when Eminem did that one? There's so many Illuminati things that have devilish things going on during the sacrifice season. And this will be on the 14th your time. Coming up at about 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning, depending on how correct I am with the time zones. You try to remember the whole world's time zones all at once. Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, there's only 24 of them, but there's a lot of countries lying in them, and there's some of them are on zigzags. We want a 30-minute difference. Go fuck yourself. I'll just never cover you. And so when you try to book anything with me appointment-wise, use Universal Time, UTC. Right? It's like the start date for the planet. And if we go by UTC, it does me good. Saves a lot of questions. Yeah, I am in agreement to talk with some people, so you can expect to see me do at least a 1-hour show coming soon with someone. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Yeah, this here is no surprise to me, man. There's some big totals coming across the west. See the tendril here? Tendrils. Boom, boom. Ow. Tendrils. Do these tendrils that I fight. Bloomin', they're booming and pluming every night. Booming. Boom, boom. Look at the waveform coming up underneath the low deck here. And one coming over the top. You got 4 waves of flow going on. Boy, is that going to get electric. Boom. All at once. Boom. Boom. And the man in the city side. Whoa, whoa. Boom. Whoa. They're getting your firms worth out of that one, ain't they? That's a very emotional song. I remember seeing it in Bribey, and thank you very much for taking me to that. And it's a very special memory because that's an activist song to me. Yeah, I like to hold the line of Paul's. I find it inspiring on days when I'm having trouble finding inspiration. As I watch the bombing of the Daily Waters happen daily too often, and as I'm approaching the 1-year anniversary of when I actually gave the warning in advance for Lismore. Then later got accused of jumping the gun by Higgins, like he knew about it. He had to. He had the same data I do, but I read beams better than him. The fan. They got the fanny. Proud as a peacock. Chem bombs suck. Absolutely fucking suck. And they opened a big can of them over cans. And Mount Isa corridor. It has been well bombed. And the color's on. And here's your forecast for today. I'll run with what they say is going to happen. I'll do the zoom back. And I'll take off some of the oh my god. Alright, that looks a little less wind up. Now watch this come. You're okay. They hit the beams. I told you. I locked in my forecast today for this. You know, it ain't going to change. They have to move this storm in a certain way. They've already hit the big beams. Now it's just let the event unfold. It's gonna do a curveball. They popped a googly, man. It's gonna do it. It's gonna draw a question mark. Actually, when you see the finalization of this storm, it's like the Riddler logo. It's gonna do. It's gonna have done some very crazy things. It'll have farmed. It'll have come here. It'll have turned. It'll come right down here, stalled, and they go whammo, and do a nautical turn of about 250 miles, and it's gonna come down here and kiss here, and it just hammer you. And when it comes across here, there's gonna be some big problems earthquake-wise. Even during its initial contact, when it butts in with that low lifting here, putting pressure, it could quake the center of the island here, or could make White Island steam. I can't figure which one's gonna happen yet. So as I get closer to here, I'll know by the beams that are done over here at this nasty facility here. And it is nasty because it does a lot to do with directing storms towards peaceful populated areas. And weather warfare should be illegal. Chemical warfare is illegal. Spraying lithium on people, is that illegal? Mm-hmm. What if one person has a reaction and dies? Should be. Right? One size does not fit all. And it's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. Yeah, I've got your cameras up. I was going to have a peek around. If my voice holds up. It's because of an outbreak on my foot. I've had to do another very drastic health adjustment. So if my voice goes a bit, just be understanding. I am still trying to heal myself. That's always a good sign. Oh, let's get that off there. Right, it's curveball time. Now I'm going to put your particles in. The wind's going to be high. Very high. Surf conditions, deadly. If you get a quake while the tide's coming in, it could be very bad. As far as a small tidal, even a 1 meter tidal could back up to somewhere rather large. Yeah, I'm worried about that kind of activity because you already got the flow on shore. If it hits at high tide, let me ask. High tide, Auckland, New Zealand, Monday the 14th. Let's see if it gives me all the tides. It says high tides for the cleaters. Hell no, that ain't gonna give me the rate. That should be enough to give me the answer. High tide table for the 14th shows 14 more rows. We need to know this. Here, so you guys can keep track of this yourself. Right? This is important to get. This is part of your arc, right? Knowledge. The K in arc is knowledge. It's for your arc. Right? You have to know these things. What's your tide on the 14th? And I said it was going to be about 7 in the morning. You were at low tide. Right? That is a good thing, kind of. The storm's going to be raging as the tide comes ashore. You're only looking at a gap. See? Right middle of the afternoon. If this thing, let's look again. What time does she hit shore? Folks, she's hitting shore at high tide. It's 12 noon. 2 hours to go and it ain't quite hit Auckland. This is going to be a terrible situation. It's going to hit at high tide. Okay, we needed to know this. Right, this is a need to know. Screenshot this. One day either side, this is for Auckland. And you got all this stuff with all the other places on here. You're going to need to know your tides locally. Your tides are different along the way. So this is very bad. Because the water is going to have gone out. So everything's got to pull this. But the storm is pushing in. So there's nowhere for the water to go coming out the rivers and the streams. Right? So when the tide comes back in, it's going to have the extra push of the storm. You'll go get a king tide. It's very bad. Forward direction of the storm this way. Winds buffing it in this way. Right, we're talking 76 kilometer an hour. If you was Wicked Witch riding her bicycle, be going backwards for sure. Yeah. That's fast. This is going to be deadly, and she looks like she's going to hit you high tide. That's 2 o'clock. She's right over the top of you, hemming it all in. The only thing saving your asses is this piece of land right here, but the wind is bringing in hard. You guys over here, get the fuck out by here. Right, it's time you gotta go. Right, you guys are on my evacuation orders now. Robert says get the fuck out. With Tianga, get the fuck out. Sampson's Beach area, get the fuck out. If you're on this point, that's deadly. It's gonna be deadly. I don't know what kind of heights you got around here, but it's deadly. Watch out. Right, that's deadly. I guarantee you, as the eye comes over, it will spin off tornadic activity. They always do, when, especially with the how high some of these cliffs and stuff are, and some of the jutting out bits, escarpments and things. It's very rugged here. It's very steep. It's beautiful, but it can be deadly in conditions that you're going to face on the afternoon of Tuesday the 14th, New Zealand. So now I know what I'm going to title this video. All right, what else we got here? Somebody's posted something else. Look at the 24 hours. I really don't have time, Daniel. I'm going to kind of be doing my own work here. And I'll look at it later. Look at them. Look at the totals here. Here, look. I'll do your sustenance for you. I'm more worried about that tide table, which I hope that article you just posted on there has something to do with. Right, and we'll be watching this very closely. I've got lots of traffic cams I'm going to be able to look at and observe all the conditions going on through here. Imagine that underpass will flood. It often does. That's why I watched that one. Right. I have my local information. You know, New Zealand person. I have been there before. You're my Wanua, man. This whole island is my waka. And I told you, people, get your wakas ready. I told you about a week ago. And a few of you understood exactly what I meant. Yep. Ooh, totals. Dun, 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 dun. The coast road is absolutely fucked in the next 5 days on this strand here, and then on the 10s, you got it all the way up. And I mean, they're hitting it. They're hitting it hard through Can't Bear It over the next 3s. Right? They get you. I told you, they get your trucks and stuff over there. Your safe route out is actually a weird curve around. However, you get some junction problems up here that have been flooded out. So you're going to have to do your homework. There's a way to thread through. There is. You can do a couple ways. There's a sneak through here. I've watched. I've looked at some old maps. You'll see. You guys know. You're the truckers, man. Some of you guys gave me the best information I ever got during the Lismore floods and the Northern Rivers events that followed over the next 2 months afterwards. There's some beautiful people. Someone was a bus driver, and every day he went up, he would tell me what was going on. I wonder what happened to him. I didn't hear much more from him. Hope he didn't fall in that hole in Jabaria. Ooh, he went there. You're going to hear the truth from me whether you like it fucking or not. Because it wasn't the truth when you bullied me and told me I should be hung and all sorts of things came off the nose because I didn't do the golden ticket choices you do. How's the holiday working out? Yeah. Can I have your record collection? You ain't gonna need it. Right, here we go. That was for somebody who numbnutted me on a post. You know who you are. I didn't even block him either. Yeah. They'll go away on their own. Stupid cures itself, don't it? Right, over here, man. Big totals coming to shore. And so, again, you're going to have to be tide ready on this one. You're going to have to know where your tides are when this comes ashore. This is going to be an event as it comes ashore. And, again, what time, what date? Same bat time, same bat channel. Same old club that we need to take from their hands. And don't beat them with it. Just burn the club. Nobody gets to have it again. Sometimes the conch shell needs to shatter. And so that all voices may be heard as one. With that said, and with that done, my voice is gone, folks. I wish I could do more for you today. So with one last look at what's being done by the crooks who want you to buy everything they sell in the book. And we watched the passing of the gas. over the Canberra mob. Somebody gonna shout the colors out for me, please. I want the knife, please. There we go, golden child on that. We want the rights, please. We want our birthright, please. They can bomb the fuck out of you tonight and all day. Day in and day out. If you don't go here and give a shout, then you don't give a hoot, and they're gonna pollute. Use their old give a hoot, don't pollute thing they had in the 70s that was used to pass the Clean Air Act, limiting sulfuric acid. It was acid rain, and here they are making sulfuric acid in the skies over you and telling you they're doing it. It's wrong. All the data out there says it's wrong. The law says it shouldn't be going on. And chemical attacks over a peaceful populace assembling to ask for their rights to be fully represented. Because when you got taxation without representation, you've got no freedom. And seditiousness becomes duty. And I am unseducibly seditious. Big love. Peace.